Welcome back, everybody, to Confessions of a Real Estate Agent with David Kurz. I am David Kurz, Kurz Real Estate broker and owner, and today we're doing our confessions with Jennyffer Mones. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Confessions of a Real Estate Agent. I'm David Kurz. This is Jennyffer Mones, one of the top agents and the team leader of the Kurz Team led by her. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jennyffer Mones, Kurz Team led by her. David, I thought you weren't in real estate. I thought you weren't selling real estate. Well, I'm not. This little sucker right here gets to be the future Mrs. Kurz. That's right.
Aren't I lucky?
So I wanted to bring her in because Jen obviously is my significant other, my spouse, my support system. But on the flip side, she's also selling real estate. And she has her own team and her own business to maintain and run. So I wanted to make sure that we got a lot of different aspects for you guys to pay attention to. We've brought you mortgage, we've brought you title, we've brought you spouses, and we've brought you real estate agents at all different levels of the game. Because we want everyone out there to know the confessions of a real estate agent and that it's real life and that this is not TV, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Awesome. So tell everybody about your team.
Okay, so the Kurz Team led by her, we're three women, and basically we started a Spanish show. We were very nervous about this, but we started the Spanish show in order to extend our services to the Hispanic community, and we also offer services in Coconut Grove, in Coral Gables, and the Miami Lakes area.
Awesome. So these girls have figured out their foundation work. They figured out somewhat of a marketing plan that they're still building on. They've created their own real estate show. One of the things that I like that you guys do is the Did You Knows, right? So tell everybody, what is the Did You Know?
So every week we each have a Did You Know, and it's usually a Did You Know about our area. And the idea behind this is to try to get the community to understand more what's available where they live. And also so that they understand that we are the real estate experts in the area, that we don't just sell real estate, but we also know what's around.
Awesome. All right, so now you can follow the Kurz Team led by her by going to Facebook and going to @the Kurz Team and just look for them, and they'll be there. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty of what this is about. So those of you that have watched this before, although this is my fiance, she has not been prepped. No one has ever prepped for this show. We just go at it, we ask questions, and we see where it goes, where it goes. All right, so let's talk about your career, right?
Okay.
Now, you've been in real estate for how many years now?
For almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years. Mm-hmm. And what would you say you have found to be the most difficult thing to surpass being in this industry?
Prospecting.
Good, wow. All right, so let's talk about that. What is so hard about getting new business?
It's more finding quality business.
Okay.
Because it's easy to talk to people and tell people, hey, I'm in real estate, I'm doing this. It's more finding who is the person that's going to buy right now or sell right now.
Okay. And then so that being said, what are some prospecting tips that you can give out real quick?
I would say, in addition to letting everybody know what you do, reach out to people that you know have probably moved in the last 2-3 years, and they're more than likely to move again. They probably know people that want to move in the areas that they've been in. I would also say, market yourself, the area, like what we do, the Did You Knows, and that'll put you kind of like in the forefront of your community. Knock on doors. There's many different ways. I guess I haven't really figured out the exact way to get that quality lead, other than once you get the lead, pre-qualifying them and determining, where they're at, and if they're not ready, exactly, if they're not ready right now.
And so I'm glad you said that you see you kind of went in, you gave a bunch of advice, and then you said, I haven't found like the one thing that I guess, and I don't believe there is one thing.
Yeah.
I believe that you have to do a conglomerate of different types of marketing in order to earn the business that you want to earn and the quality business that you want to earn. Earlier today, we were talking about surrounding yourself by the folks you actually want to sell to.
Yeah.
I mean, how freaking crazy is that you would actually surround yourself with people that you want to sell property to, right?
Yeah.
And so, and this is the same for anybody. Like, if you're selling ice cream, it might be a good idea to park at an elementary school after work, right? When
really
school
want the
comes
ice
out.
cream, right?
Like, let's face it, or park at go to a park, right? If you sell ice cream, lollipops, things like, go to a park. If you sell bicycles, how about putting a store somewhere where people walk a lot?
Yeah.
A lot of walking
Like
traffic,
Coconut
right?
Grove, basically,
Like Coconut
yeah.
Grove, right? So now, going into that, craziest client you've ever had to deal with, don't mention any names, go.
I had a client tell me that she was looking for a house because she fell in love with this guy on Facebook. And this guy never actually spoke to her on the phone. She's never heard his voice. She said that the reason why she's never really spoken to him is because he told her that he works in the oil industry and he's always out of the country. So basically, she said the guy wanted to buy a house that was $900,000 and that he was ready to like buy right away. But I ended up trying to reach out to this person. The Facebook profile is completely fake. He does email back, but he doesn't give any specifics. So that was an interesting aspect.
So he was just probably
yeah.
trying to get some wire information so he could steal some money.
That's right. Well, she did tell me, well, he asked me for money, so he would have me go to, I think it was Western Union or something like that, and send him money. And I was like, well, why is he asking you for money if he's the one with the money and he knows your conditions or whatever? So she says she's in love with him, that he's nice to her. So,
wow.
yeah, that's kind of like a sad story, but I would say it really
trumps everything. It's a sad story,
everything.
but this is the crazy shit that we go through as real estate agents. You come across these stories, and that to me, like, how do you tell her, hey, this is fake, stop doing this.
I tried.
This is bullshit, this guy's robbing you, like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And so when you tried, what response did you get?
She goes, well, I don't know because he's just really nice and he tells me these things and they make sense to me. And I was, I basically just said, listen, just give me his email. I'll reach out to him. Depending on what he tells me, then I'll move forward. But I can't really waste my time if the guy is not willing to provide the documents that I require. And that's pretty much it. If he's willing to provide me anything, I don't care where he's at.
So,
I'll sell him a house anywhere.
And here's a good thing, like, don't get crazy pumped about the deal that's going to make you X amount of dollars. Just, look, selling $1 million property, you're looking at potentially generating somewhere close to $30,000 in income. And so immediately as a new agent, you might be like, oh, this is great. I'm going to make some money. This is amazing. But be very careful and vet the buyers that you're working with, because shit like this happens, man. That's some fucking made-for-TV stuff right there. I'm not
well,
even gonna
what's
lie
funny
to you, right?
is she was referred to me by somebody who, like, loved me because of a service that I provided to a family member of hers. And the person that referred her to me, she says, I can't even talk to her because I'm extremely religious and this seems out of my religion or whatever, and she was like really off about it, so she stopped talking to her friend because of that. It was a lot of drama.
Yeah.
So you try, as a real estate agent, you try as much as you can.
To appease as much as you can, but you got to know.
But you got to stay within the realm.
Yeah, you got to know when
industry.
to raise a bullshit flag is what I call it, right? So now, craziest listing you've ever showed, like this blew your mind away.
Craziest listing. I remember walking into a property that had multiple units. It was on Miller Drive. It was a white house. It had like like a fence, like gated. And basically, as I walked into the property, every little corner that you turned, there was a brand new room. And every room had a letter to it. It almost seemed like, I don't know, they were housing.
Like it was a house, but it looked like an apartment building when you walked into the house.
Pretty much. And, it's not unusual in Miami, but to see so many rooms, it was supposed to be a 3-bedroom home. It had maybe like 8, 9 bedrooms.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so
I'm sure this was all permitted, right?
Yeah, right, right. By the people that live there. They permitted that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming that this guy was just charging everybody rent and kind of going through the motions and hoping to sell this house as an investment for somebody, right?
Yep.
Did the guy live there too?
No, there was nobody
The
there. It was
seller?
vacant at this
Oh,
point.
it was
Yeah.
vacant at that point.
Yeah. So it was just they had a whole bunch
What
of
did your buyer think of that?
electrical things. Well, they thought it was crazy. Every time we turned the corner, there was a new room and a new bathroom, and it was like how do you even fit this? And they're so small. You know, you can tell that you can only fit a twin-size bed in there.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. All right. So now, have you ever had to deal, let's go with craziest agent you've ever had to deal with,
Do I really have to go there?
besides me?
No.
Craziest agent you've ever had to deal with. You don't have to mention names. This is a no-name situation. Just scenario, how you got through it, how it worked out.
Okay, so I have a couple of those, but I'm going to mention one particularly. It was a property that was on lockbox. She had an investor purchasing the property. I couldn't make it to the property right away, but she flipped out talking about, well, I'm going to report you because you're supposed to be here to give me the keys and do this and that. And it's like we had the closing. I'm trying to facilitate things for her. And basically, I just told her, listen, I'm available this particular time. If you're able to make it that time, then I'll be there for you.
Yeah.
Other
it's
than
like
that,
they want. No one wants to work with you on schedules and plan things out. It's everything right now.
Yeah.
Everything right now.
Yep.
You know, and as you become busier in this business, you have to schedule yourself accordingly, right?
Yeah.
And so she was wigging out, like she wanted to report you for not giving her the
She
keys.
wanted to report
Now,
me
the house
for
was
not
on
being
lockbox,
there.
right?
Yeah, it was on lockbox.
So she could have gone and
She
picked
could
up
have
the
gotten
keys.
the keys. She could have
Maybe
gotten
go
the
the extra mile for your client. I don't know. Crazy thought, right?
Yeah. Well, she was there, and she waited until I got there.
Number one challenge you're having today in your business.
So right now, okay, so I've managed the team before, the Kurz team before, when you were actually the leader of the Kurz team in the past, the one that we were then. And now I decided to start the Kurz team led by her with a new set of people. And my biggest challenge right now, I would say, is now I'm actually the person responsible. Like one thing is managing the team as the person that's not technically responsible for everything, where you just, make sure everybody is in the right place. Now it's kind of like I have to make sure everybody's in the right place, but I'm also responsible for their life, for their
livelihood.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lot of stress, right?
Yeah, so
and that's really good that you brought that up because that's your number one challenge right now. So that challenge really is mindset. It's your mind fucking with you because you have systems in place. You've got a great team.
Everything is in place.
Everything's in place. It's just your mind telling you you're responsible.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you overcome that?
I
know it's a challenge right now. I just want to feel like, I want to hear like, how are you overcoming that on a daily basis so that it doesn't freeze you and lock you into position and you could you can continue to provide great service to your team?
Well, I feel like if I continue to do everything that I told them that I'm going to do for them, then I'm in the right path. Now, at the end of the day, real estate agents, whether or not you're in a team, you are responsible for your own production. A team leader will provide you with services, with systems, with leads as well. In some cases, now it's a matter of you actually making them work. So as a team leader, I do coaching. I teach them certain things. We talk about how to close particular deals, how to talk to your buyers, how to show properties. I bring people into our meetings so that they can meet the people that we work with, the lenders and the transaction coordinators and so forth. And basically putting them in the right path to be successful. And now I think at this point, just time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
And so, now you find yourself in a position where you have to provide them with a proper partnership sphere.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's what you're working on now.
Well, and them understanding that it's okay to switch where they're, you know what I mean, to work with these partners, that there's a reason why these partners are in place. They're here to help us in our business. They have the best
to switch from who they've been working with to now
that
work
has
with
been
the
another,
team.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So another challenge that you have to overcome and work on it. All right. Now, biggest piece of advice that you can give to real estate agents out there who are intending to build a team, since we're talking about that?
If you're intending to build a team, make sure you know what systems you're going to put in place for your team. You can't, you can't just say, okay, let's partner up together and you have nothing to offer to these people. They need to feel that you have something to offer. That's the only way you're really going to be able to have them trust you and work with you at that level to help the team grow. The other thing is market the team a lot. Make sure you have a logo and market a lot. I would say that one of the things that is really, really benefiting us right now is the marketing that we've been doing lately. We're definitely going head on. We're doing a lot of videos. We're doing the Did You Knows. We're doing the emails weekly. And also the Spanish show really, really helps too, even though we've been challenged with our Spanish language. But, you know, we're doing well.
Awesome. Well, everybody, there you go. Some good, some bad, some ugly in the real estate world of today. This is not TV. This is real life. Thanks, Jenny, for doing this with me. Her name's Jennyffer Mones. You want to find her, you go to kurzre.com, you click on our agents, and you just look her up. Jennyffer Mones. She is the leader of the Kurz Team led by her, and they are providing service here in Miami, South Florida, and Broward County. Thanks again for doing this with me. I really appreciate you.
Thank you
I
for
know you
having
didn't
me.
want to. See, as the fiance, oftentimes
I have to give it.
they don't want to jump in. They're like, we have 80-plus agents. Why are you bothering me? But this is important, and I think that the information that Jen can provide out there for those of you listening has been phenomenal. And for those of you that are considering teams, and even better, considering the husband-wife team, here's a perfect picture of what it kind of looks like, although our businesses have separated because now I run the real estate company and she has her own team. But it can be done. You just have to support each other. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And until the next time, this is Confessions of a Real Estate Agent. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.